What's up guys, Ryan here, back with some more Rush Royale. And the other day I posted a video talking about how I thought that Vampire was an overpowered card, and honestly I still think he is with this faction buff. Getting 12 mana per hit is so much. Like, I find myself with 6 or 7k mana at times playing this deck. So this deck right here I think is currently the best deck in the game. I've been beating Demonologist, Inquisitor, and this is at 6,000 trophies, so my opponents aren't like low trophies usually, and the only time I ever lose is when like Bedlam is 4th or 5th boss and the Inquisitor deck just spams the Demonologist and you really can't do anything about it. But I really do think this deck is the best in the game right now. But in this video it's kind of going to be a tutorial on how to play it, a guide I guess, and hopefully you guys can learn something from the video. So we're going to jump into a match. Also, don't forget to hit the like and the sub button, guys, it helps so much. So hopefully we can find us a match pretty quick. We do have a level 10 Jay right now, the hero, so that does help a lot. I never realized how good Jay actually was. I always thought Snowflake was the best, but I'm really liking Jay right now. So let's see what boss we get. The boss determines everything for the playstyle of this deck. So first boss is Bedlam. It's really not hard to beat Bedlam. So what you do, just like every other Crystalmancer deck, you're gonna try to get the early Vampire. You're going to try to level it as fast as possible. Depending on what deck you're playing against will depend on how you play the buffs or the level ups for your cards. So if you're playing against another Crystalmancer deck, which we are right now, you really don't have to have a lot of slows or a lot of damage because they're not killing the monsters fast enough for them to overwhelm you. But if you're playing against an Inquisitor deck, you're going to have to at least have a Frost on the board, because if you don't, then you really can't survive long enough to even make it to the boss, even with the J. So I kind of like to use J when they're in the corner, because if it hits the corner, you're getting more monsters. So if you are playing J, test that out. If you can get max level Vampire before the 1 minute mark or right at the 1 minute mark, you're doing really good. So we're definitely not going to make it there. As you can see, we're still 200 mana away, but still before 50 seconds is okay. Let's see, so we did get it now. So now we don't really have to worry about leveling up our Vampire anymore. So now we're just gonna buy out. First boss Bedlam is really easy. It really doesn't even matter if you get randomized. It doesn't, like, this deck is pretty lenient when it comes to that. The only problem is a Demonologist against the Bedlam, because when it's swapping you and you don't get any Crystalmancers and they drop 2 million health monsters, you can't really beat them all. So he does have Snowflake. So that's what Snowflake's good at, is killing everything instantly. And also, depending on what deck you're playing against, depends on how many Vampires you need. So one tier 2 or a tier 3 Vampire should be enough against another Crystalmancer deck. But if you're playing Inquisitor, you're going to need at least 2 of them. So I personally don't like the way my board is right now. I'm just going to let the Bedlam swap me. It's not going to be that much of a deal. So we do have 800 mana saved up, which is great. Let's see what we can do. So he'll swap us one time. We did get a lot of. We're gonna do that. We're gonna keep it there. I like having a lot of Dryads early. I don't like having a ton of Frosts. So next boss is Warlock. We are gonna do this. We'll upgrade Frost to level 3, and then we're gonna max out our Crystalmancer, and we'll fill up our board, and that's it. So the thing about Warlock is your bosses are going to have so much mana or so much health that you're going to get hit at least once. Now, playing against another Crystalmancer deck, depending on how they play it, sometimes you can kill a Warlock before he even hits you. Usually you won't, but sometimes you can. So he does have, I guess, he doesn't have as much damage as we do, but it is kind of close. And the reason I don't like to merge a whole lot, so I'm probably not going to merge anymore, is because if you get unlucky and the Warlock hits my tier 3 Crystalmancer or tier 3 card or tier 4 card or whatever, you just spend all your mana trying to merge and get all these high tier units to kill it fast enough, and then you don't kill it fast enough, and it really just hurts you a lot whenever he hits one. Now, I do like having 3 or 4 higher tier Crystalmancers to kill him, but tier 2 or second boss Warlock, it really isn't a big deal. And I really wish we were playing against Inquisitor so I could show you how I beat him, because Inquisitor is you really have to play it well to beat the Inquisitor Demonologist deck with Stasis. But most of the time I won. I play against a guy named Freakmate a lot, and he's tough to beat, I'll be honest. He is hard. We kind of go back and forth, but he plays the deck really well too. So shout out to you, Freakmate. I play against you a lot. So right here, we have 400k health. He has almost 1 million, so he'll probably get hit twice, and we get extremely unlucky like that, and then you just lose your best card pretty much. It happens. That's why I say don't merge, because if that would have been like a tier 5 or something, I'd have been pissed. I'll be honest with you. So it kind of keeps you from getting tilted too. So we don't need really more than, I might keep a tier 2 and a tier 1. All right, perfect example of Tribunal. Tribunal is going to take a lot of value from you if you let him. I am not going to merge at all for the rest of this like wave. And we have plenty of damage and plenty of slow to survive, so I'm not going to upgrade my other 2 cards. So my Trapper's going to stay level 3, and my Crystal or Frost will stay level 3 as well, because if we kill Tribunal's not a problem, we're going to kill it. If we kill Tribunal and get a Puppeteer next boss, we do not want to lose that much mana on Puppeteer. So Puppeteer is really like your biggest fear, because he will downgrade all of your cards and you'll spend 5k mana trying to upgrade. So right now we're going to sit where we're at. We'll survive. If you can keep all of them at the corner at like 30 seconds left, you're going to last. I mean, they can't get from the first corner to the end of the base in 30 seconds. That is one thing I've noticed with this deck. And Trapper does help a lot. So we're just going to sit here and we're going to save our mana up. I may merge 2 cards. I don't know yet. Actually, I don't think I will. If I had an extra Frost that was tier 2 or something, I'd merge, but there's not. There's no point. So we're going to keep the even number. We have 14. No point in merging. We're just going to take it. So we got 4k mana right now. It's going to hit us. All right, now we can buy out. Now we don't really have to worry about anything. Just going to get our board looking good and then see what the next boss is. The next boss determines pretty much everything and how we're going to play. We killed it. Get these. Keep a tier 2. And then we do need at least 1 tier 2 Frost for sure. So it's another Tribunal. I may merge 2 of my Crystal Masters that are tier 2. We're going to do this. All right. So I'm actually going to upgrade everything to tier 4, level 4 right here. Just because I don't want to get close to losing, and some of these bosses or some of these mini bosses have so much health, you can sometimes lose. Now these waves are so short now, like under a minute, that most of the time you're not going to lose, but you will come close sometimes. So just turtling as long as we can. This will be a 1 game video because I do have some things that are coming up here shortly and I won't be able to play any longer, but hopefully you can learn at least a little bit from this. And let me know if you guys like these tutorial videos, because Crystal Master is pretty much my bread and butter. That's like the best deck that I use right now, and I feel really confident that this deck is at least top 2 best decks in the game. If you guys have anything you think is better, please let me know. The Tribunal, we're just going to take it. We got 2k mana left, and now we're just going to start upgrading, which that's all we got. Everything costs so much now. We're going to kill it. No problem there. He's pretty much using the same deck. You just swap Dryad with Bombardier. Personally, I love the Dryad. I think Dryad just adds so much value. It gives you the extra Crystal Mancer mana, and it lets you upgrade your Crystal Mancers. I meant Vampire mana, not Crystal Mancer mana, by the way. So I'm pretty sure he kills it. If he doesn't kill it, I'll be surprised. Maybe he doesn't. And sorry about the lighting. I look kind of red in this lighting, but whatever. So he took 2 damage here. Next boss is Gorgon. 4th boss, Gorgon, is pretty tough to beat if it has over 10 million health. So we'll see. If you're playing against the Inquisitor deck, 4th boss, Gorgon's going to hit you. Like, you're going to take 2 damage regardless. And that's one of the bosses that makes it really hard. So we're going to fill up our board. Try to get as many high tier Crystal Masters as possible for this. That way you can kill it. Right now it's looking like we're going to fill up our board, hopefully. One thing about playing Crystal Master is late game you're not getting much from the Vampire. Crystal Master versus Crystal Master, we'll do that. If we don't watch out, we're gonna lose. We're gonna take some damage here, I think. Maybe not. Okay, so he lost. That was close. So he did pick up the win. Most games you play it exactly the same. Like I said, that's the only game I can show you guys right now. I will probably do another video on how to beat every boss with the Crystal Master deck. Probably gonna be how to beat every boss with certain decks: Inquisitor, Crystal Master, Engineer, all these things. So stay tuned for that. Guys, if you have any questions about the deck, let me know. Playing against Inquisitor can be kind of difficult sometimes just because he does overwhelm you with some high HP bosses. So just remember, if you're playing against a Bedlam, you want to have mana stored. That way you can merge your Dryads on the Crystal Masters if you have to do extra damage. Same thing for Puppeteer. You want to have the extra mana to upgrade, and if you're playing against Tributal, just make sure that you're not spending all your mana and merging and letting it get a lot of value on you. So those are just some small tips, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please hit the like and the sub button. It means so much to me. We're at almost 650 subs right now, which is absolutely crazy. 350 more and we'll hit the 1K mark, which has been a big goal of mine for a long time. So I just thank every one of you, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day.
Let's make a run together. I'll be by your